I'm Amy from Doodle Dog Designs. In this video, I'm going to take this hooked rug and make it into a pillow with a cotton backing. A lot of times I use felted wool for a back, but this time I'm going to use a cotton fabric. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this to the serger and serge all the way around the outside of it, leaving a small 3/4 of an inch border. Next step is going to be to turn all of the empty monk's cloth to the back, but it's not going to turn easily here at these inside corners. So we're going to cut the inside corner with some scissors, and then we will use some fray check on the places where we cut so that it doesn't unravel. So we're going to use this Alene stop frame. Sometimes it's called fray check. We did put a piece of wax paper underneath the project here so we don't get the fray check on other surfaces. And we'll let that dry. I usually leave it overnight just so it's good and dry before I move on to the next step. The fray check is dry now, and now I'm going to press the empty monk's cloth to the back of the project, and I will steam press that back. As I press, I want to make sure that I don't get my iron into the fray check. So you can see the monk's cloth is pressed to the back now, and if you want, you can baste it in place. I found that if you press it down once and then use a damp pressing cloth to press it again, that holds the monk's cloth down nicely, and you don't necessarily have to baste if you don't want to. Okay, so now we have the fabric we're going to use and have it upside down, and if it has a direction to it, an up and down, you want to make sure that you get that going the right direction. Just going to place the hooked rug over the top. So I'm going to trace around it with a pencil. This is going to work with the pencil because the fabric is a light color. If you had a dark color fabric, you could maybe use a dressmaker chalk in a light color. So we're going to cut it out and leave an extra 1/2 inch on the outside of the line as we cut it. So now you're going to take it to the iron and press it under along that line. Is that your plan? Or a little outside of that line?
A little outside the line.
A little outside the line. So we'll have some extra fabric to go over that will cover the edge of the folded over monk's cloth. So we pressed it under to make a little hem. Now I'm going to layer the two pieces together with the wrong sides together. So you have right sides on the outside. And you could use pens or these quilting clips to clip the pieces together. So everything is clipped now, and there were a few places where we had to push under a little bit more fabric to get it all to fit correctly. So now have a needle and thread, and the thread matches the backing fabric, and going to sew all the way around but leave an opening here at the bottom for stuffing it. So I'm going to come up under the folded over edge of monk's cloth to start my knot. So I'm catching the folded over edge of monk's cloth and then about 1/8 of an inch or so of the backing fabric, and then as I pull that tight, that will pull the edge of the backing fabric over and cover up the monk's cloth. As I went along sewing, there were a few places where I had to adjust the amount of fabric turned under on the backing fabric, but that was easy to do as I was sewing the project. Sewn all the way around now and left an opening for stuffing. You could use whatever kind of stuffing you like to use for these pillows, a fiberfill type of stuffing or something else. I actually have some stuffing from an older pillow that I'm using, so I'm fluffing it up a little bit as I take it out of the older pillow and then putting it into the chick here. It's stuffed now, and we'll go ahead and close up the opening and finish sewing that closed. Be sure to click the like button and subscribe below. I'll see you next time. Bye.